Alright, so here at the front of the house, I'll go ahead and do a little preview of the neighborhood. Just put it, I don't know how good the video looks. Driveway looks pretty, or the drive looks like it's been touched up a lot, but looks like it's in pretty good shape. A lot of mature trees all the way around. This is a cul-de-sac right here. Pretty nice coming in. All the houses seem to be around this same size. Definitely some lawns that are better kept than others, but overall has a nice feel to it. Really remote. And it's pretty quiet out right now. You hear a slight drone from one of the highways, but it's really not that bad. So they've done some xeriscaping right here, added some asphalt. They do have a retaining wall here off the front. It does it does slope all down this way. So any excess water that comes off does slope down this way. You do have gutters. The roof looks like it's in really good shape. It seems like the windows are on the newer side. The garage doors are definitely on the newer side. All limestone off the front. Give me a second while I open this up. Let's see. And then all new landscaping right here. The paint also looks recently done as well. Like I mentioned, you do have gutters right here. Paint all in here looks good as well. Newer light fixture, it looks like. Door with a big glass opening. One of those doors where it's a little bit difficult to see inside unless you're really up close to it. Right. So you walk in, they are new laminate floors, new baseboards here. The wall paint smells pretty fresh. A little bit of a mark right there, but nothing too crazy. There's a little bit of a dark hallway, but you do have a lot of mature trees around. You turn to your right, and it looks like you have 2 bedrooms right here with brand new carpet. So you walk in, the paint's all fresh. Looks like they painted over those old bifold doors. This is some built-ins that look to have been painted. This is a newer style light fixture, so no ceiling fan in here. It's hard to tell, but these windows are basically like a natural wood look color. I don't know how much people like that, but you know, it's an interesting look. All wooden windows, it looks like, except for the mechanism right here, which seems to be metal. But yeah, really kind of unique look to the windows. But they are new. They are double pane windows. All the wall outlets look to be pretty new as well. Here's a thermostat right here, right off the hallway. Just an old style thermostat. This is the bathroom. And again, the whole house smells just like fresh paint. So they have newer style tile here. They did kind of larger style subway tile up to the top, which all looks pretty new. Fixtures look to be on the new side as well. Overall, not bad shape. They kept the old, the simple mirror, newer light fixture, newer vanity with gold handles, and the toilet. One thing I'll say is that there's no fan in here, and so there's nothing to really get rid of the moisture. Not sure how big of an issue that is, but something that an inspector will take note of as well. Yeah. All right. Again, updated light fixture right here. Just turn that on. Yeah, it looks like a bright LED can light. And then again, this room doesn't have the built-ins right here, but it does have a little space along with a new window. And this overlooks this side of this house right here. Bifold doors, carpet goes all the way in through there. Like I said, baseboards look to be pretty new. Another note about this particular house, if I had to guess, that looks to be about 10, 11, probably 11, closer to 11 and 11 and a half feet by about 12 right there is what it looks like. And a little nook right there, that's probably about 4.5 feet wide. Then again, these are wood look laminate floors. So they feel, they look nice and new, they look fresh. It's kind of this light brown color. They are floating floors, so what that means is that they're not glued down to the ground, which is a very common application. But that being said, when you walk on it, you are going to hear a little bit of, just a tiny bit of noise on a couple of steps. Not on all of them, but on a few you'll hear a little bit, and it might not be that different from what you might be used to. So in here, you see that it's got vaulted ceilings. Not super vaulted, but vaulted enough. You can kind of see the angle right there. Let's see, this leads to a little closet right here where they ran the wood through as well. They did, stage the place, so that's where they envisioned mounting the television, which is actually a pretty good space right here. They've staged it really well. The fireplace doesn't feel excluded. They did paint all of the brick in the fireplace as well. So just one note that the brick is all painted this gray color. All the windows seem to be new throughout. And then looks like this way it leads to the fourth bedroom. Oh, interesting. So it's kind of a unique setup where this is maybe more like an office. This window is old and original, so just something to note here. This is not a new window. Newer light fixture right here. This has double closets, and it feels a little bit bigger than the other rooms, but it does connect to a bathroom here, which I believe connects to another room. So here's the bathroom. Again, the subway tile that leads up to the top, all fresh paint. Then another kind of wood look vanity. When I walk on this step right here, I do feel a little bit of an elevation. What that tells me is that potentially this part of the house was added after the fact. And that may be the case because it looks like they're staging this like a master bedroom. There's really not a whole bunch of space here. And then they did this kind of open concept with this closet right here. So I'm going to walk back through to give you a better idea of what this feels like from a different angle. So it's interesting because we're back into the living room. That's where we came from. So that's the room. Little closets right here. That way goes towards the bathroom. You go back here, which is supposed to feel like the master suite. You got a hallway. You've got a couple of built-ins right here. I'm not sure. I guess you put some books there. Looks like there's an open electrical junction box right there. Not sure for what. But we go through here. Again, more built-ins. And then you take a left. And this actually goes to the patio deck on the back. You walk in here. There's really not a whole bunch of room in here because kind of that back side of the wall is eaten up by the closet. So you have enough room for a bed. Looks like you can mount a TV there or put a TV there and a dresser there. But not really much room for much else. You could put a dresser there against the wall, but it would just kind of maybe be in the way of the closet. I don't know how big of a deal that is. But this closet space is massive. So maybe you don't need a dresser in the room. You can put the dresser right here. Shelving up top, mirror, new light fixture. Again, raised ceilings in here and can lights as well. Again, more of these wooden style windows, all double pane and look to be relatively new. This is a style that they chose. They're not old windows. Little remote there for the fan. Again, this carpet is definitely on the new side. Looks like nice carpet. I feel a good pad underneath here. So I'm definitely happy with what I feel when I'm stepping on it. So you head over this way. So there's your front door, 2 bedrooms right there, hallway, closet, living space. And this is where I would call it an office really. Maybe you could use it as a guest bedroom as well, but it also connects to the master bathroom, so up to you. But good space right here. It definitely doesn't feel like a cramped living room, and obviously it's opened up right there. So, nice little, what was I going to say? Dining area space with a new light fixture. I love that they added these windows because it is kind of dark in here, but they've added a lot of lighting, which does help. Let's see. Newer style stove, Frigidaire gallery, which is on the nicer side. Looks like this is all granite right here. A little bit of granite backsplash, and then this kind of like like this dotted backsplash right there. The cabinetry all looks pretty nice, but it might be from IKEA. No, I take that back. It might not be. Or maybe it is. I take it back. I don't believe that it's from IKEA. It looks pretty good. The what's it called? The hardware is all gold. The cabinetry is all soft close, so that's really nice. Looks like you got a new fridge here, just a simple fridge. Stainless steel though, looks brand new. Under-mounted sink, and then you do have a window right here that does face the neighbor's house. Again, this kind of like penny-style backsplashes all along this back wall right here. And they have some windows that are, or some cabinetry that's got the kind of obscured-looking glass. Dishwasher goes right here. Does have a garbage disposal, and then a small pantry right here. So it is definitely a galley-style kitchen. I'd say, you know, you could comfortably have 2 people working in here, but it is a little bit on the tight side. But it is, yeah, true galley-style kitchen. At least it's opened up right here, so it definitely feels open to the living space when you're cooking. So now we head this way. This is the laundry room. The light might be out. Oh no, it's not. Okay, so laundry room. So dryer goes on this side right here, and then washer goes on this side. So a pretty good sized laundry space. This is ceramic tile here on the floor. Again, all the walls are painted. So now we head into the garage. Garage has definitely got a workshop feel to it. They really didn't do much, but most people around here don't. This is probably what a majority of the garage doors look like. Outside of the garage door itself, where the garage door is on the new side. Now, one thing to point out is that there's no garage door opener here on either of them. It looks like you do have the wiring, or some sort of wiring for a garage door opener right there, along with an outlet, but there's no garage door opener installed. And I'm trying to see, yeah, all this drywall looks in kind of rough shape. I'm not sure how much that bothers you all, but you know, you could have somebody come in and touch this up and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's a garage. I would get the garage door openers installed though. Let's see, there are your sub panels. See if I can get to them. Okay. So panel feed from sub breaker at main panel along with sub panel besides this one. Okay, so what brand is this one? Square D. Okay. I'd have to do a little bit of research on them. I haven't heard of them. There's some that are bad. This one isn't screaming out to me that it's bad. A bad breaker box, but an inspector would tell us more. Then this other breaker box right here, looks like this one was done, has a stamp right there, 98. Not sure if that's when it was done, but it is a newer style panel in comparison to this one. Then over here, okay, so definitely newer, updated systems. You've got the water heater right here. It is gas, and it is from the year 2016. This definitely looks like a DIY project though, because there are a couple of things missing. Doesn't have to be a huge deal. I don't know if I would necessarily update them. It's really up to owner's discretion. No drain pan underneath there. This is open up into the attic, and so as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's just open up into the attic space right there. And then this is the air handler right here along with the furnace. And again, also looks on the newer side. And inspector will make a note of this. Again, up to your discretion about whether you'd want to get this updated or not. The ductwork is the newer style ductwork as well, so that's a good sign that some ductwork, some work on the ductwork has been done. You can see like a lot of old insulation has fallen down here. Not uncommon. With a house of this age, one of the other things that you would watch out for is what the insulation levels look like up here. It feels nice in the house. Definitely feels warm in the garage, but super common for that to happen. It looks like they may have turned this, I don't know. There's like some sort of like outline. And I'm trying to figure out what was here at one point. It doesn't look like a separate slab pour. Possibly, they possibly had this walled off at some point. It's tough to say. Oh, another thing. Looks like you do have a GFCI outlet here in the garage. So some of the electrical has been updated to have the newer style GFCIs. Again, house feels nice. AC is definitely working well. Both systems look to be on the newer side. Yeah, cool. This is your view from over here. All right. Again, a new door for the back door. You've got a covered patio right here. Looks like a lot of it, all of this has been repainted right here. You do have a water collection tank, which is really cool. Super popular right now. I'm not seeing any signs of any kind of like water intrusion so far. It did rain recently. This all shows that it has had some water intrusion. Let me feel it. It's definitely damp. So what that's telling me is you got a couple spots here where you are getting some water intrusion. Yeah, I do see some daylight coming through. So this is a spot where the where water's hitting the wood deck, and it's going to deteriorate it over time. Seems pretty solid, just kind of ugly looking right now. Yeah, I'm not feeling anything crazy, but you definitely want to get that touched up so excess water doesn't pool up right here along the house. A lot of this backyard is xeriscaped. A lot of like crushed gravel, very minimal vegetation. But I do like these big stone pavers. This is a good sized yard, but again, all pretty much xeriscaped, not really much grass. But definitely a good sized yard. Let's see. So this section all looks to be an addition that was done at some point. Not sure when it was done. I can find out. It might also be pier and beam from the looks of this skirting right here. So yeah, it looks to be all pier and beam. So slab foundation is what's going on in the rest of the house. Looks like this is all skirted. Yeah, you can see the piers right here. So those look like concrete piers. To add the additional square footage, I would look into whether it was permitted or not, but this is all, I mean, it looks all pretty nice. It's definitely not the skirting that I'm used to seeing. You're not supposed to have it open like that because water can get in there and affect the piers, but we're also pretty far west. When I say far west, it's a lot better soils out here, a lot more rock in the ground than you have on the east side of town. Huge tree. Huge tree. Like I said, all pretty quiet. Fences in quite